Yo, what it do, what it is, what it ain't. It's your boy T, and we are back with the Get Right podcast. And of course, I got the brain trust with me, man, who always give us 3 words, man. What's good with you?
What up, though?
Yes, sir, man. My homie Rod, man. And of course, Mr. Misconception himself, DC. What's
Your
good
boy,
with you?
yeah. It's your boy DC and the place to be. I'd have forgot the other nicknames at this point, but y'all know who it is. It's me.
That's cool. I keep telling you, sooner or later, bro, you're going to have a nightmare, bro, about the 80s. You've been shouting them out too tough, bro. They coming back.
I'll be around.
But man, speaking of just music though, as we talking about that, man, 2 things we know this happened over the weekend as we were coming to record last week, but Takeoff tragically lost his life in Houston, Texas. Um, Still kind of surreal with that, right? It's surreal when a lot of folks that we see most recently, right, whether it's on I guess social media, new music, those things, it's surreal, it's tragic, and you hear a lot of people saying, "Hey, wake up! It's time to wake up." And I think instead of saying it's time to wake up, my opinion, I think we just been hitting the snooze button as a community. I think we get awakened by certain trauma, and then we hit that snooze button and go back to sleep. So when we gonna stay awake and kind of get just kind of step left to the nonsense, man? What's going on, man? Like obviously take off, man. 28 for him, it's kind of crazy when you see the Migos been around for almost 10 years. That dude 28 lost his life. That's crazy. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
yeah. Rest in peace of Takeoff. Like when you say people are saying you need to wake up, like I don't know. I don't see that reference applying to this particular situation. So what are they meaning by that?
So I've been seeing a lot of videos. People say, "Hey man, we gotta wake up, get off." The same line. Hey, we gotta wake up, get off the bullshit. When we gonna wake up? Get out the bullshit. You know what I mean?
So you mean like just the black on black violence?
Just
Is
the
that what
black
you
on
mean?
black violence. Yeah, that's what it's what is pretty much targeted and directed at when something trauma like this happens. But it's kind of like, oh, like nah, it's not no need to wake up. Just stay awake. Be mindful of what's going on, man. But Rod, I kind of want to get back to you when you say like you don't see it as that. Like where you landing on it?
Like I don't think I don't like the word woke anyway, to be honest with you.
Hmm.
Like that's not a thing that I think is real. Like I don't think that's something that really makes a difference, right? Like
Hmm.
this quote unquote being woke, the Dr. Umars, and I got my opinions on that dude, but you know what I mean? Like at the end of the day, it's all about educating yourself and really being in a sense of knowing who you are and knowing where you're trying to go and trying to navigate through that through the systemic oppressions and racism and all that stuff that we have going on, right?
Yeah.
I don't see violence as a part of being quote unquote woke, right? Violence is violence because of environments, to be honest with you, right? It has nothing to do with being woke or not. It's just how you move, like at the end of the day, when you come from an urban neighborhood or a neighborhood that is considered less than, especially when you look like us three, man, it's a savage place, to be honest with you. So this is just a scenario where I see where, you know, individuals were in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah.
I don't know the true story, man. I done heard so many
About
different
4, 5 of
variations
them
of
out here.
what actually happened. Like it's hard to speak on this particular scenario, but it all boils down to for Takeoff at least. Out of all the stories I heard, I think there's one common denominator that was unintentional for him. He was
Yeah.
kind of a crossfire type of guy, and that sad in itself. Live with a black man losing his life at 28 years old. Still a lot of life to live, you know what I mean? He's been able to experience quite a bit in his short years, but there's so much more to give beyond just the material success. It's about bringing others up and showing them how to do it. And to be honest, the Migos created own lane. You know what I mean? They have, when I think of, and it's kind of like disrespect, mumble rappers, but I don't know what other term to put it at, in. That's the genre that it's considered. They whole mumble rap really style, you know what I mean? And perfected it. Like, now they're considered mumble rappers, but they can actually rap, they actually have
Yeah,
bars, and you can
I can hear it.
hear them clearly.
That
For sure.
cadence. Yeah, that cadence for sure, because a lot of people tried to emulate that cadence, and rest in peace to them. And then they came off mumbling. And so everybody tried to
Hmm.
emulate that and just mumble, and it took off. I mean, go back to it. Hey, they the dab movement. They had a lot of movements. That dab movement was
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah,
Crazy.
yeah. And Takeoff was probably considered one of the better of the three when it comes to just rapping.
That's the one that's just no group of longtime friends and all that. But nonetheless, whether they longtime friends or not, they've been together so long. Like you feel that. You
Yeah, I
feel
mean, and
that
they
up and
literally
down.
grew up together. Like, I mean, there's like pictures
Hmm.
even before Takeoff's untimely demise. There were pictures of Quavo and Takeoff as like little kids, and Offset.
Hmm.
They literally grew up together. So they were, I think they were uncle, nephew, and cousin. Is their
Yep.
relationship, some kind of way, and yeah, they are blood family, man. And the thing about Takeoff, bro, this kind of hits me. I agree with Rod. I don't think this is indicative of. I think this is different from a lot of the other situations we've seen. Other rappers, meeting their untimely demise in a violent way. Because with Takeoff, bro, like there's two rapper murders that never really sit well with me. One of is Takeoff, and the other is Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, I
But
knew he was gonna say that.
Hmm.
yeah, but specifically about Takeoff, man. I mean, just like you said, like you never heard any news about him involved in something crazy. You know what I mean? Like you never heard about him in a fight or domestic
Hmm.
violence issue or getting robbed or linked to something. You know what I'm saying? You just never hear his name associated with anything other than bars, the music. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? You just never hear him in no mess or nothing. So like to see this happen, and yeah, like y'all said, there's been so many accounts of who did this or who did that, but one common denominator is Takeoff was minding his business. Like that's what,
Hmm.
no matter what version of the story comes out, that is the one common denominator. That he was minding his business. He didn't hardly say 3 words all night. He was just chilling in the cut. Some sort of ninja moment happened, because at the end of the day, that's what it sounds like to me. With all
Hmm.
these different versions of the story, the common thread is one, Takeoff wasn't doing nothing, and two, it was a ninja moment. You know what I'm saying? We all know what that is. Um,
I
and I
just
don't
got
know, man.
I got butterflies with you saying that, and almost like like that nauseating turn butterfly in your stomach, because that moment never should have happened.
Yeah, and as far as the whole, you know, I guess the woke movement or what have you, I kind of side with Rod on that, bro.
Hmm.
I don't really like that term either. But even if we were to use that, I don't know that it applies here, because this is the thing: ninja moments happen everywhere and with every race. It ain't just us. It's just
Hmm.
when you late
Mm.
night,
Preach,
and in this
bro.
particular and in this particular case, they weren't even in the hood. They was like in some bowling alley downtown Houston.
Hmm.
And so they were in I don't exactly know where in Houston, but usually if you downtown anywhere, it's usually not like, and it's with rap a lot as well. It was some rap a lot type of event. It wasn't in the hood. It was just a
Right.
regular, I don't know, middle class or maybe upscale kind of place. It wasn't no, so basically you can't say that he was in a place he shouldn't have been. The man is an
Hmm.
entertainer. He works at night. Like, you
Hmm.
know what I'm saying? Those are his work hours. So the man, he could have been at work for all we know. But he was an entertainer. He
Hmm.
was hanging out at some sort of venue that wasn't necessarily known for ratchet behavior. He caught one, and it's unfortunate. It's tragic. and it hits hard because he didn't bring that like that. He didn't bring that energy with him, man. You know, there's some rappers out, bro,
Mhm.
and I don't want to mention no names, but
I was
if you
just
look
about to
at,
mention that name, but yeah,
yeah,
there's
I
a
ain't gonna
rapper I
mention
know
no,
who you're talking about. Yeah,
yeah,
I,
and
kn-
when
I
you
know.
look at
All three know.
how right, and when you look at
Hmm.
like this in a number of rappers of how they pass away, there's a lot of foreshadowing to their death when you look back on them.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? It's like it ain't right that what happened to that man, but he could have moved a
Yeah,
little different. You know what I mean?
you don't get that surprise feeling when it happened. You're like,
Right.
yeah,
Exactly. That
Yeah.
yeah.
you nailed it, Rod. Yeah, you
Yeah.
don't
You're
be
not
like,
that surprised. Like
oh my
you're.
god,
Yeah. It
it
sucks, but you're
sucks.
not that
Yep,
surprised either.
it sucks. It sucks. It's terrible. But then you be like, man, dog, he had to change his lifestyle. He's like, he got
Yeah.
big. He didn't change it.
Yeah. But
But
with Takeoff, man, he didn't bring none of that to him. He was just in the wrong place at the wrong time, unfortunately. And I mean, I guess that does speak to gun violence as a whole. But I wouldn't even put this on our people. Like, I mean, this happens unfortunately to everybody. And I don't know that it happens any more with us than others, but that's that. But last thing I'll say, just on a lighter note, bro, I gotta push back on this whole Migos starting the mumble rap movement, bro.
okay, come on, push, bro.
If Migos is mumble rap, then what is Bone Thugs and Harmony? Because
Ooh,
y'all can't convince me that y'all understand what Busy Bone specifically is saying half the time, bruh. That
No,
man was mumble rap
you're right.
specifically,
You're right.
bro.
You're
Don't
right.
nobody, and I'm gonna miss everybody. Don't nobody know what he was saying.
Hmm.
Don't you lie
Yeah,
to
you're
me.
right.
hey,
You're
way
right.
to lighten the mood,
I
though, dog. I needed
yeah.
that laugh. He said,
Yeah, bro. Don't nobody know what they saying, man. Hey, and if y'all watch them on Versus when they battle 3-6, we
I
didn't
knew
know
he was
what they
about
were
to go
saying
there.
then either.
Um,
We just know the songs and the melodies and shit. That's all. You know, but I will say this though, Migos,
Oh
I could
man,
always understand what Migos said. They rap fast. They're
facts.
like a Twister. Twister
yeah.
rap fast. Busta Rhymes rap fast. Nobody calls them mumble rappers. I wouldn't put them in that category. I put like a Lil Uzi Vert, you know, or
Okay,
who else? I would even say Lil Yachty because I just don't like Yachty. But you know, I can understand putting some people in the mumble rap
yeah.
category, but I've
Well,
always kind of pushed back against the whole lumping them in that category because they are Southern. I will say that they got that deep Southern drawl on them, but just slurring their words and whatnot. Nah, they just got a rapid fire flow, man. You know, and if y'all can't
I can
understand it,
get.
y'all got to catch up.
oh man, shout
I can
out
get
Bone
jiggy
though.
with that.
Yeah.
Jiggy with that. That's I never thought of that.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's like I can't argue
Yeah.
that,
And
bro.
mind you, I love Bone Thugs and Harmony, just to be clear. You know what I'm saying? Boom,
Mhm.
boom, 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 boom. But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
I to this day I still don't know what they're saying half the time. It just sounds good.
Nah.
Are you saying busy? Or are you putting all of them in there? Like, what about crazy? What about lazy? Crazy Bone, you can
Um
understand, and Crazy did a lot of features with other people. He probably was the best out of the group, my opinion. But
Crazy, I would say he was the best. But
Yeah.
Busy specifically, Lazy a little bit.
man,
Um
when you said busy,
Flesh,
though, I
nobody
was like,
listens to Flesh, not Flesh.
nah. Yeah, it
Flesh
was
and
cool.
Bones. Yeah, don't
Wish.
nobody listen to Flesh and Bones.
Nobody
Wishbone,
listened to Wish.
nobody listen to Wish either. Yeah.
Yeah.
Busy, definitely mumble rap. Crazy, I'd say
Now,
sometimes
Crazy was spitting,
not
bro.
crazy.
Crazy was spitting, bro.
Lazy Bone. I would kind of put him in that mumble rap category, depending on what song it was.
It's
But
kind of in the
crazy,
name, ain't it?
yeah, I know, right? But Busy was definitely the originator of mumble rap, bro. To this day, I still don't know what he's saying half the damn time.
Yeah,
Sure.
I can get jiggy
That's
with that,
fair,
man.
bro.
I'm
As
not
soon as
mad
you
at that.
said that, and
Yeah.
I thought about it, and I was like, oh yeah. As a matter of fact,
Yo,
Busy, I remember Busy made a statement that he said Migos copied his style.
He
I
did. There
remember
was like
that.
a little fake beef for a little while.
Hmm. I
Hmm.
remember that.
Yeah.
interesting. I must have missed that one.
Yeah,
But
it wasn't that
You didn't
important.
miss nothing, right?
Yeah, it wasn't that important,
It
bro.
was one sided. It was basically just, you know what it
Yeah, because
was? It was
Quavo,
like,
like, yeah, he went after Quavo, and Quavo never responded back to him.
yeah, it was like the old washed up rappers coming after the young kids. You know what I mean? It's just
That's what it
like,
looked like. He
that's what
came
it
off that
looked
way.
like.
yeah,
It wasn't even
yeah.
provoked. He just came out of the woodwork like, bump the Migos. Y'all sound like me. It's like, what?
Yep.
You have a song coming
Yeah.
out or something? Like, where is this coming from?
Yep. It was
You
after fight night when fight night that when they had that hit fight night going crazy.
Mhm.
know? Yeah.
Interesting. Interesting. But you mentioned something, DC, that wonder Twister get enough credit. Because lyrically, Twister was dope.
Bars,
Yeah, he rapped
bars.
fast, but it was clear. Like, man, he was very underrated in my book. Like, because you don't hear much about anything dealing with Twister, and he didn't miss. Like when he was on his game, he didn't miss. To me, at least,
Nah,
I
Yeah.
forgot
he
about
You
didn't.
that.
know, you
Even when
know
he teamed
what?
up with Rockefeller, he ain't miss.
Yeah. And that's what I was gonna say. I think what plagued Twista is he was inconsistent, bro. Like, because when Twista was on, he you couldn't really mess with him, bro. Like he could stand
Mhm.
toe to toe with anybody, but then he's also got some projects that's like, okay, like we're even trying. You know what I'm saying? And that to me, that's
Yeah.
what it is. And that he's just up and down. Because the thing is, he still puts out music. It's
He
just sometimes
does.
it's
Mhm.
hitting and sometimes it's not. You know what I'm saying? And also I think, at least for me, when I was younger, I actually thought he was part of a group. When I very first heard of Twister, he did a song with Do or Die. Do you
Mhm.
wanna
Yeah, still Pro Pimpin', bro.
ride in the
Come on.
backseat of my cat?
That's
Yeah.
when I first
Mhm.
heard him too.
And I thought he was part of the group because they kind of basically sound the
They
same to
all,
me. To a
yeah, they
casual
similar.
fan, they all kind of sound the same. So like when that song came out, I didn't even realize that it was Do or Die featuring Twister. I just thought it was just
Mhm.
Do or Die, and there was four guys in a group, and they all rap fast, and that was that. But in reality, he was featured on that song, and so and then I
Mhm.
think when after that song came out, it was a huge hit, but I can't think of what he might have done to follow up with that. You know what I mean? Like maybe he let the buzz go cold before he dropped something.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't
yeah,
know.
then
That's
an
when
adrenaline rush.
adrenaline. Mm.
Yeah, Adrenaline
Adrenaline
Rush.
rush. Woo,
Yeah,
Hey,
woo,
that beat
woo.
on that track still go crazy.
Jesus.
yeah,
That
Woo.
that's one of those joints where one of those joints I have to pull a DC now when it come on. I might have to say
It's about
it's
to
gonna
get
get
loud.
loud, fellas.
I was
Turn
just
that
about
up,
to
man.
ask. I was just about to ask because I shared on the page, man. We put that question out. It was like, what's one song you know? As soon as it come on, you gotta just turn it up. You just gotta put it on max and disrespect anybody. If it's too loud, it's too loud. You're gonna have to deal with it for the next 3 to 5 minutes.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
for me, I ain't mad at that pick, bro. Adrenaline rush. Whew, whew. Hey, for me, it's freeway though. What we do. That
Okay,
volume on max, bro. For me, bro.
I, I
yeah,
got too many to name, bro.
I
I
mean,
can't
that's one.
even.
It's a lot. It's a lot to name, but
yeah.
if
It's
I,
a lot of them,
yeah, but Adrenaline Rush is on that list though with me though. Bro. I ain't mad. Woo, I ain't mad at that.
Mhm.
Woo, woo.
man.
Fire.
I can tell you what probably my most recent, like, I gotta turn it up no matter who's around. It just came out, Broke Boys. I don't know if y'all heard that Drake and 21 Savage.
Yeah.
Bruh, but that's the whole album slaps to me, but one track in
Mhm.
particular, track number 11, Broke Boys. You know,
Mhm.
one thing I've noticed about the album is like there's a whole lot of beat changes throughout the whole album.
Yeah.
But that
Like
one
you
in
think Travis
particular,
Scott was all through that.
huh?
You would think Travis Scott was all through that because the beat changes up so many times.
I think there was definitely a lot of influence. I think was the Astro World, I think is when he really, really did that a lot. Because
Mhm.
Travis has always kind of done that a little bit, but
Oh
when,
yeah,
when
Astro
Astro
World. He
World
went
hit,
crazy,
yeah,
bro.
he went crazy
He
with
had
it.
about like 80 beats on that. I think
Yeah.
Rod said that. You jokingly said that to me one day. You was like, bro, I think he had like 80 beats on that whole album. And you
Yeah.
was at the crib with me,
Mhm.
bro. And you probably
Yeah.
right.
There was definitely some I think there was some Travis Scott, and he actually is on one of those songs, but I think there was some influence there, like, yo, it worked because you got to figure Drake was on one of them, on one of those hits off of
But
Astro World, and it took off.
yeah,
And
that's what Rod. Yeah, that's what Rod. He was talking. He was like, yo, it was like 4 beats on that song. He probably had
yeah,
80
it
beats on
was. It
the
was three
album.
beats in one.
Mhm.
It was literally three songs merged into one,
Yeah.
and it slapped.
Well.
But Broke Boys, bro, that beat, but I don't know, like
It
I was
slaps,
listening
bro.
to it, and I'm
It
just
had
like,
it had a little Manny Fresh vibe to me on there too, with that
on the whole
cadence.
album or that one song.
Nah, that one song, just that one song. off the
Now
cadence,
I'm missing.
the snares. When you play it back, listen to the snares, bro. And you used to make beats, so you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
All right. I'm gonna check it out. But that beat is
It's
just
just the
nonsense,
snares.
bro. The beat is effing bonkers, bro. Like when I first
It
heard it,
is.
it just make your face screw up, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. And then the beat switches, and then it's like it's still hot, bro.
Yeah.
That's my ish right
I,
there, man. Like
the screw
shit.
your face up. That was
Screw your face up, bro.
major distribution for me.
Honestly, anything that
Yeah,
you
that was
say, I'm
major
not gonna
distribution
disagree
for
with
me. I
on
was
this
like, ooh.
album.
I was like, jeez, I gotta run that
Yeah,
back. It took me a minute because you and Rob were going crazy on our text chain, bro, with the album. I was like, man, I ain't finished it yet. And no cap, I did replay a few songs because I just had to hit replay, so that's
yeah.
probably why. But yeah, that major distribution, bro. I was like, gee, I gotta run that back. I had ran it back 3 times, so that's why I probably got behind on y'all, man. I'll let y'all lap me.
Bruh. Like I heard it. I've been listening to it nonstop since about maybe 2 o'clock Friday morning because I just couldn't sleep. Like Thursday night, I don't know, just couldn't go to sleep, man. And then so I was like, huh, Drake in 2027 is supposed to be out. I put it on, and that was actually a mistake because you can't listen to no album like that thinking you about to go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
No,
So
bro, you can't be on high energy, dog.
bruh, I'm over here about to wake my wife up, and but I've been listening to it, man. Me and my homeboy, we went down to see some drag racing just yesterday, man. So we bumped it on the way there, bumped it on the way back, bro.
Mhm.
This album is just like, mm, it's Drake still got the juice. I ain't gonna lie. When I got word that this album was gonna drop, I was expecting 21 Savage to do the heavy lifting.
You
I
said
was,
that you was at the crib with
You
me, and I was
said
like, "Hey,
that.
they
yeah.
coming," and you was like, "Oh, I think 21 gonna carry Drake." I didn't say anything at the time. Me or Rob, we was kind of like, "Hmm." I'm pretty sure we both had a moment. We was like, "We'll see about that," but
Yeah,
This
you
is
said
why
it
I
on the
thought
last
that.
pot.
we
You
sure
I
said it
did
on the
did.
say that.
last pot.
I said that.
Yeah, bro, that was your hot
Okay,
take.
all
Right.
right. I'm glad I stood on it because here's my thought. He did CLB, Certified Lover Boy, which to me was a pretty good album,
Mhm.
but I felt like his sword wasn't that sharp on CLB. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not going to listen. I don't have nothing bad to say about it, but it didn't just slap like that. And there's some songs that
Mhm.
it did slap. I felt like he could have came harder with the bars, honestly. And then he dropped the little electronic music album. Can't think of what it's called.
Dance. I remember that
Yeah, the
Rob said
dance.
that
Yeah, the
that word
dance
with a whole
album.
bunch of question marks. Dance.
Yeah, but not even that. What really kind of made me think now he might have been losing it with the pen is he did the song with 21 Savage on that album.
Jimmy
And
Cook.
bruh, Drake was not needed on that song. Actually, and on CLB, the one the Knife Talk song, that one, and
Mhm.
whatever song was on the electronic album. Honestly, Drake could have been left off both those songs, and they still would have slapped. And they were both featuring 21 Savage. So I'm like, okay, we got 2 songs featuring 21, 2 songs where 21 stole the show. Now he about to drop a whole album with him. Drake pen getting it ain't what it used to be. Savage gonna carry this. He see that, and it's gonna be, and it's no problem. It's like 20-year LeBron. Like you can't be in your prime your whole life. You know what
That's
I'm
what you
saying? At some
said last
point,
Mhm.
episode.
damn.
Exactly what you
Hey.
said.
So when this came out, I'm expecting 21 to go off because you already know I'm a Savage fan anyway, bro. But honestly, this was a Drake album featuring 21. You know what I'm saying? It
Mhm.
was not really a 50-50. Drake did the heavy lifting, and he was slam dunking that thing, bro. He was hooping. He was
So
out
are
there
you
hooping.
are you saying you were wrong?
I will. What I'll say is, you know what? Bump it, man. Yeah, yeah. I was Drake. Drake. I'm pleasantly surprised. You know what I'm saying? I really thought that he was losing it. You know what I'm saying? All that success, all those millions, that hunger, that drive ain't there. But he still got an ear for a beat. He still know how to make a good hook. He still knows how to collaborate. Um,
Yeah,
and I think this is a better collaboration than with him in Future. That's my too
Mhm.
early take. You know what I'm saying? The What a Time to Be Alive when they dropped that some years ago. The Jumpman, Jumpman,
man,
Jumpman,
that's your guy. Future, your guy.
bruh.
You ride
Future's
with him.
my guy, but this is better, man. And I might be a prisoner of the moment. I haven't gone back to listen to that Future and Drake, but I'm
Hmm.
pretty sure if I did, I'm still going. Because honestly, I didn't even love that album, the Future and Drake. Like I felt like the world was more like rah 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 about it than I was. I was like, okay,
It was
it's cool.
it was a love affair, bro. You know, people were lusting for. that kind of collab though. You know,
Yeah,
especially when that single Jumpman came out, and you had people like Taylor Swift doing TikTok videos. Everybody doing, people
yeah,
wanted that. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Again, it could be a prisoner in a moment then
Could be, but this
for a lot of
time,
fans.
nah, bro. This is
Well,
just pure fire, fire,
mhm.
heat.
Well, TikTok wasn't out back then, so it would have been something else. But I get
Probably
what you're saying.
YouTube or something. Yeah,
Oh
you know what
yeah,
I
Hmm.
yeah,
mean.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Taylor Swift did a whole thing with it though. Probably was YouTube, a little YouTube video, whatever. Or what was that? 7 second Vine, whatever.
Hmm.
One of them
Do it for
things.
the
But
vibe.
yep, I ain't gonna do
Yep.
it.
My only thing is, what's up with the cover though? Like you got,
What's wrong with the cover? Yeah, you say you hated that, bro. Why?
I mean, well, one, look at the eyelashes, bro. Like, did we not have a conversation?
We did, man. Maybe is that
Like,
a reason, bro? Maybe it's her loss, and now she looks like this, and that's her loss. She could have looked
so
better.
I did my homework, right? And this is actually an adult entertainer in Houston. And I looked up on IG because it wasn't too hard to find it. And actually, she looked good, bro. Like she looks way better than this picture. And maybe this picture's supposed to be good, and it just don't look good to me. But this shit look crazy to me. And
Oh yeah, crazy for sure.
yeah, and I'm just like, yo, did they like slut her out or something? Like, why is this happening? But apparently, I don't know. I don't know what the story is. Honest, I have no idea. But that's probably like my only criticism of the album is like this it just looks weird to me. Um,
Shout out
and
P Valley.
she's actually a beautiful woman. If you look at other pictures where that's not this one, because to me, ugh, like if I saw this, I would keep swiping. You know what I'm saying? If I was on Tinder or something. But other pictures, like I'm like, okay, yeah, all right, but not this one. I don't know. Maybe that was on purpose.
Got to be intentional, bro. Got to be.
Yeah, man, the albums though I'm feeling it. Um, is Drake like the only rapper that he could talk tough? It's not believable, but we still
And
listen
he get
and
away with
buy
it.
him anyway.
Yeah, he get away with it, bro. He get away with it. He be talking about spinning the block.
You know
Like,
why?
bro,
Because he does some real polite shit talking. That's why. Like if you listen to his stuff, he never gets outwardly disrespectful.
It is gracefully,
It's just clever. It's graceful. It's clever shit talking.
My man said in the track, he said, "Side note, Serena, your husband a groupie." Side note, like he was spitting, bro, when he got to the 10th bar and said, "Side note." Like,
Yeah.
wait, bro, like, he just went left with it.
You
Like your
know what's
husband,
crazy is
no,
social media's been like on fire for him talking about Serena's husband and apparently
bro, he
allegedly he
talked
talked
about
about
everybody,
Megan Thee
bro.
Stallion, which I didn't. I heard the bar about you got shots or something like that. You still a stallion. I interpreted it as ass shots. You know what I'm saying? Not getting shot in the feet. You
Hey,
know.
that's what the shade room was saying too.
Tundra. It's
Yep,
definitely on
there it
Tundra.
is.
Yeah,
But
I
it
mean,
could have been right. So yeah, yeah, bro. It's such wordplay, bro. You gotta love it.
Could have been.
isn't
But she
It,
was
it,
she was
yeah.
hot. She was hot. And then what's that old girl, Ice Spice? Everybody was saying, "Oh yeah, she a dime. She can't rap." And she took it as he brought that line up about her.
She not a dime though, and she
yeah,
can't
not
rap.
a
You're right
dime.
That's
about that.
what that's the young boys though. That's the young boys.
Yeah,
Yeah,
But
I don't think she's very
yeah.
attractive at all. But you know what's crazy, bro, is I see on social media, oh, he's talking about women. He's talking about women. But this man got smoked for Kanye. Ain't nobody said nothing about that. It's crickets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like he said, I'm linking
I
with the
meant with the
ops. I did that
ops.
for
I
Jay
did it for Jay
Prince.
Prince.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
dog.
Hmm.
Because he's like me, I'd rather go back one more time. I was like, talk that shit, Jay. Talk that
Yeah,
shit.
bro. Oh yeah, bruh. Yeah, that was hard too. That
Yeah. And it was
anybody
all on
who
the same song.
anybody who samples Daft Punk, bro, they be making bang. Not anybody. Take that back. Some of the top dogs that sample Daft Punk be making bangers. But yeah, that was hard. Yeah, he said a lot of stuff. Drum went on Instagram, did a video, was like, I want a one-on-one fight.
With
Because he
Drake,
was like,
Drake said about drama.
yeah, you ain't hearing about Dram?
Oh,
Oh,
drum. Okay.
yeah.
No,
He
I
was
must
like,
be.
he said, we ain't with it with the drum. We just cha-cha slide.
No, I might have missed that, bro. I'm
Bro,
gonna listen to it again though.
bro, he be going crazy, bro. That was on major distribution.
Okay.
But Yeah, I'm like, God, dog, man. Like he was going crazy. But there was a tweet. There was a people was tweeting a while back, almost like a year ago. He had posted a picture of him with his eyebrow up, saying "No more Mr. Nice Guy," and it was like, this is probably what he meant. This was like a year in the making.
Bro, I will say Drake talked a lot of tough talk. He talked about a lot of people on this album.
Yeah, right. You right
And
though. Like
what's that?
that, they it's tough, bro. You be like, dang, that was hard. But you know, like Drake don't seem like that guy, bro. Like he ain't running up by crib, bro.
Nah.
Like he ain't doing
Nah,
that, dog.
I feel like it's
nah.
because he got Savage next to him, bro. Like he got Savage next to him, and now he's Savage. You
Yep,
notice
I
that?
guess
Yeah,
so.
but see, and the thing is, man, and I like Drake, but like he goes hard when he want to, and he again got the tough talk. That's cool, but then when you get somebody like Pusha that comes going in on 40, like, yeah, I'm with all the smoke, bro. What you want to do? He damn near trying to stop. I'm like, like you can't do that, my guy.
Oh, you brought that interview.
I'm like, bro, you
Yo.
can't do that, my guy. Like,
LeBron,
friend, this
even
is my
Brown was like, "What
sick
did I
friend.
tell
I'm
you?"
like, bro.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
like, yo,
Yeah.
he
don't
did,
even respond. I'm
he
like, bro,
he
that
did,
was.
he did play the victim card on that one though. He did.
I'm like,
Even
bro,
Brown was like, "Hey, I heard that.
bro.
What did I tell you?" Brown was like, "What
So
did
so
I tell you,
y'all
bro?
don't
Leave it
y'all don't
alone."
buy the whole Jay Prince stepped in and said end the beef? Because it's
Absolutely,
supposed to.
I buy that, bro. Jay Prince has
I
done that a
I
lot.
buy that. Yeah, yeah,
Because I
I
mean
buy
that was the
that for
only
sure.
reason that he did the interview. He's like, well, since I can't go back on bars, I'm gonna just do this interview.
But he did. But he did.
He did
He
do
went back
what?
on
Yeah.
bars. He went back on bars, bro.
He ain't. What did he come back with?
Bro, I did it for Jay Prince, but I'd rather
But
go
that was
back one more
Kanye though.
time,
That
bro.
was Ye. We not talking about. We talking about Pusha T now. On put Pusha T,
Yeah,
Jay
man.
Prince stepped in and
Mm-hmm.
said, "Nah, end the beef." And so then Drake came
Mm-hmm.
out and did an interview on the shop and was crying about his friend. But
Mm-hmm.
like,
But you can't
according
cry
to
about the
him, he
damage
had
that's
something loaded
done.
up,
Yeah, but you
huh?
can't cry about the damage that's done though.
And also, let me just say this,
It's
to kind
casualties
of
at
push
war,
back
bro.
to Rod's point, though, he did come out with a diss track. It just wasn't
Mm-hmm.
as good as Pusha T's diss track.
Nope.
Yeah.
Like, so we can't just say he ain't never fired back. Like that man, he'll fire. He lost. He just took a L, like Jay-Z. Sometimes you lose,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
But you can't go in the shop crying about it, bro. Like he was that. I think I saw a tear in the left corner of his eye, bro. Like, yo,
His
that boy's
voice is
about to drop.
wavering.
But he did. Yeah, he was like, "You talking about my sick friend?" I'm like, "Bro,
Uh,
hey, bro, you open yourself up for that for those wars, bro.
for sure.
You know what I'm saying?"
Drake will never be on this pod if we ever blow up. That's cool though.
Now he'll
That's
pull up
cool.
like, "Man, he said, what did you mean by that?" I'm like, "Hey, bro, you double back, bro. Like, it is what it is, man. Everybody takes an L though. Even the best take an
Yeah,
L, bro. Because Nas
like,
went crazy on Jay before both
but
the moms had to get involved. It was like, yo, y'all need to dead that.
Yeah. And see, here's my thing. And maybe it's just age, but I'm at a point to where I don't really care if it's believable or not. Just does it sound good?
yeah,
Because like if you think about
I'm
Ether, for
saying,
example,
I'm
bro,
fired.
Ether, if we just really sit back, and I'm a Nas fan, but neither was, if you really think about it, Ether was kind of some bullshit. Like it sounded great. You know what I'm saying?
mm-hmm,
If you just listen to the beat and the bars, it sounded cool, but he said a lot of things that just didn't make sense or just weren't true. He said Rockefeller died of AIDS. There was no
mm,
AIDS when
no,
Rockefeller was around, but it sounded cool though.
It
You know what I
did.
mm-hmm,
mean? It talking
It
about he was it
did.
talking about he was getting chased to his buildings and he was calling Nas for help. I don't believe that, bro.
yeah,
Nas has never been in the streets like that. He grew up in the hood, so he is hood with it, but he was never in the streets like that. And we know Jay-Z was. So why would
mm,
somebody who's in the streets, who's it's not been disputed, his pedigree has not been disputed, why would he come to Nas? You know what I'm
right,
saying? So he would say a lot of things that clearly weren't true. And versus Takeover, where Jay came with a lot of facts. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he
Like as far as
did.
Nas getting cold and things like that. And
mm-hmm,
Nas
Hmm.
just came back with just a bunch of random
Man,
stuff that sounded
he
good.
he
And he
went to
won.
everybody.
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
won.
that
So I say that to say this. I don't really get into the whole believable thing. I just does it sound good or not? Same thing with Rick Ross.
fair.
Bro, his
Fair.
whole career is just made up. off of
Hey,
made
bro.
up
Hey,
stuff.
you said it yourself, and I believe, bro. Ross is like a WWE character, bro. He's
Yeah,
on
he's a
all the
character.
time, though, and I think
Yeah.
that's what Rod is saying, bro. And, correct me, bro. Like, if you say this one thing,
Mhm.
you got to be that. You got to stick to that. You can't
Mhm.
switch it up. You have to stick to it, even if you don't. Maybe behind closed doors, that ain't, but you put it out there in the world
Yeah,
now, so you got to stick to that. You got to stand on it now.
you got to stick with stand on it, bro. Don't take rap advice from LeBron for one, but whole interview just that whole interview just rubbed me the wrong way, man. And, I'm with him like that's your homie. Stick
That's
up
your
for your
dog.
boy, like
Yeah.
Yeah, that is he. Yeah, nobody has been as big for as long as Drake. Period. In hip hop.
yeah,
Period. And it's
I mean,
not even
yeah.
close.
and you mentioned MJ. He's doing MJ numbers.
Yeah, close to it. Except for he don't have no.
Well,
If he
yeah,
gets a diamond album, which I don't see that happening. But if he drops a diamond album, bro,
Never say never, bro.
yeah, I ain't gonna say never.
in
I
this
just
day
don't
and
see it
age,
happening. Yeah, I don't see
not in
that.
this day
Yeah,
and age.
I don't know,
Uh,
man.
yeah.
Sell anymore, so you can have diamond string if
Singles.
that's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, have a single.
Like if you
He probably
go,
he probably does have some diamond singles. Yeah, I'm pretty
He
sure he
probably
do.
does. He's probably got diamonds. But as far as a diamond album, man,
Yeah.
that's
Woo.
that's tough, bro.
That's
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 tough.
Mount Everest. That's Mount Everest right there.
Hey,
He
M got
climbing
one.
it though. He climbing it though.
Switching gears a little bit, we
Yeah.
were talking about LeBron a little bit and him giving advice. I
Oh
was reading
man.
on, and Bron's my guy, but I was reading on Twitter,
I already know
and
where you going. He was wrong.
people are really upset at him right now for
He was wrong.
not defending Kyrie. He didn't even have to defend him. Just stay out of it, bro. Like not everything requires Bron to comment on. I would say. I'll I'll leave it at that. But
Yep.
there's a big uproar on him not backing Kyrie, and if you're not following the Kyrie situation, it's a lot going on with that. Ooh,
It's becoming a what you used to call those back in the day. Not a witch hunt, but when you about to burn somebody at the stake. But whatever it is, when people used to go whatever the mob used to go get Frankenstein and all of that. That's what it's turning out as. I think LeBron was wrong. Either he should have just left one liner and just said, "Hey man," like he should have said he apologized. What he did was wrong, but he apologized. So let's move forward and build. Instead of saying, "Hey, I don't do this, I don't do that, I don't,"
yeah, I don't
because you've been calling
condone.
this, you've been calling this dude your little bro, even when he went against you. You've been calling this dude your little bro. And so, what more important time to kind of reel him in and be big bro? And yeah, like the whole Kyrie thing, bro. I think it's
But
become witch hunt. So witch
did
hunt. That's
but
what it is.
did he needed to be real then?
I don't know. I mean, and when I say real in, like, so let me take that line back. Yeah, because not real in, but be a big bro to him. Say, hey man, like this is my little bro. I know what he did was wrong, but like he apologized. Let's move forward. Let's build. Instead of this long drawn out speech, man, because you made it seem as you not supporting this man at all, and
Hmm.
maybe he needs some support. He needs some support for some people, man.
So
I'm
for
not
those
saying to validate everything, but like
for those who don't know what the Kyrie situation is, you want to inform the people.
all day. So we already know he took it down on Twitter, man. But literally, Kyrie shared a link to H2N, which is called Hebrew to Negroes. It's a documentary on Amazon. I actually looked it up, man. Shit, almost 4 hours long. But nonetheless, he was just sharing some things. He shared the link. A lot of people said it had a lot of anti-Semitic things in there. I did some research. Google. I'm gonna use that from now on, man. Google is your friend, Rob. But looking at it, it did have some anti-Semitic things in there where it mentioned that the Holocaust wasn't real. Like I lived in Germany, I seen it. DC, I'm pretty sure you have. It's real. So there are some false truths in there, but there are some other truths. There are some things in there in it, and bro, I love people, right? But like, go seek to understand, right? See things for what it is, so that when people are reporting, it, you be like, yeah, that's bullshit. I know that, but man, let me go. I didn't know about this. Let me do some research. Let me do more research. Because I'm not gonna watch a video or read a book or whatever the case to say, hey, I know everything. It should open my mind to go expand further to see what's real and what's not. Y'all agree with that?
You asking me if I agree? If I
Yeah.
agree?
Yeah, I mean to a point, like if you've seen a documentary, is that end all be all to say, hey man, I saw this documentary and this is what the world is, or do you feel like, man, I kind of want to see what's more out there? You know what I'm saying? Because there's truths and facts. There's truths and false to everything.
Yeah. So I'll be honest. I've never seen the movie before.
Oh, I
I
mean, this
I
alone.
am
I mean, I'm just saying, period, in general, right? Someone says,
well.
hey, this is how you save money. Here's a book about financial advice. Is that one book is going to teach you how to, or you're going to go tap into other avenues to see how you save money, right? How you manage money, how the money move. I don't think one book
Yeah.
tells you everything, bro.
Yeah. But I think that so yes, that is the responsible thing to do. But I think in reality, most people do not do that. I mean, it's like, when you download an update on your phone, do you really read the terms and conditions, or do you just scroll down and check it and move on? You know what I mean? Like,
Facts,
so,
facts.
like, yes, the right thing to do is for people to do their own research. I am familiar with the Black Hebrews and the origin and how they originate, and I agree with that history. Now, as far as them saying that the
The
what you
Holocaust
call it,
wasn't real,
yeah,
yeah.
the Holocaust was a hoax. I did not know that was in the movie.
Yeah.
So I will say that now, assuming that is in the movie, then I gotta say that Kyrie sharing it is absolutely wrong. Even if there's other good points in the movie,
Hmm.
because the thing is, man, like that kind of stuff is how the Holocaust started. Hitler did the same thing. He started off blaming a lot of things on Jewish people, and there was
Correct.
some truth. There was some truth to what he said, but he also spinned it in a way that ultimately led to the Holocaust. And so this the thing that Ye is doing, and now Kyrie is sharing, it kind of hints going towards that direction. Anything that even hints and going towards that direction, people are going to stamp it out, and I would say rightfully so. So,
That's
you know,
fair.
if that's what the movie says, because again, just to be clear, I have not seen this movie, but if
Mhm.
it does actually come out and say that the Holocaust was fake, then I would say
Yeah,
that
it's parts in
that
there. You can go to Google. It's parts in there that say that because there's a book about it out. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
The book, the documentary spurned from the book. So there are parts in that, and I totally 1,000,000% disagree with that because I seen that, bro. I seen the, I didn't see the horror, but there's some of these Holocausts in Germany are museums. So I was fortunate enough to actually in my German class while I was going to school there, took a field trip there, and even folks that are German citizens who live there, they keep that as a reminder. Yeah, it could be embarrassing. And I remember my German teacher, full German, she was crying the whole time in the Holocaust. And she was like, this is so embarrassing. It hurt her that people in her past could have been her great great grandparents or whomever did this to people. And so for me, that was eye opening. You know what I'm saying? So it is real. That is like 100% real. Like I seen like Rod, it's crazy, bro. DC, I don't know if you had an opportunity to do that when you were in school, but it's
yeah,
crazy,
yeah.
bro.
I've been to
Like
a
you can
couple of
see like
camps.
some of the incinerators they still had, like oven, like
Yeah,
bro, it's sad, bro. It is heartbreaking, bro. That's real. So I discredit. I don't stand on that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
That message inside of that, I don't stand on that.
yeah. But I think when you stand behind a film or a book that has something like that in there, even if there's other truths in it, that is going to overshadow everything else.
For
And
sure.
and and if you were to insert, you know, black people into something like that, we would be outraged. You know what I'm saying? Like if it weren't, if somebody said that slavery was fake, like if there was a movie that came out and said all these things that was true, but inside that movie it also said slavery wasn't real, bruh, we would denounce the whole movie. Like we would.
So
We wouldn't
um,
we wouldn't be like, well, there was a lot of truth in the movie, but that thing about slavery, that's not right. So
yeah,
the
all day.
movie's okay, but
So
just that one part. Nobody, we wouldn't
man,
say that. We wouldn't say no shit
all
like that.
day, bro. And bro, see, I love you.
And so with that
We're on
being
the same
said,
page. We're on the same
if
page.
if Braun came out and says, "Hey, I can't stand behind it," I don't know if I could really blame him, bro. Like, I don't know if I could blame him, bro, because that is Two
So,
wrongs don't make a right. You know
oh,
what I'm
here's
saying?
the.
And what I mean is, like, of course, black people have been marginalized for hundreds of years. So it's like when another race gets marginalized, kind of like, why you fight so hard for them? What about us? So I understand that aspect of it, but two wrongs don't make it right. Meaning, yes, black folks have been marginalized. Yes, you're a black man on this platform, and maybe you could try to do more for us or what have you. But still, you can't you cannot be a basketball player publicizing something that calls the Holocaust fake. Like,
Mhm.
it
Hmm.
doesn't matter it
So
doesn't matter what else is in the movie at that point.
for sure. So let me. So I'm gonna fill in the blanks, right? A little bit. So because there's context to it, and I'm 100% with you. That's why I say I love you, bro. Because we're on the same page. So we know Kyrie got suspended. He whatever the interview that he did, right? Post game press conference, whatever you want to call it. It was press conference. And he said he held it, he said he holds himself accountable for sharing that and didn't want to hurt anybody or offend anybody. So he said he hold himself accountable for sharing that, right? After that press conference, because he didn't say the words "I'm sorry," he got suspended for 5 games, and now it's indefinite. His suspicion is now indefinite.
Hmm.
The NBA said, and so after he got suspended, he went on Instagram. It was a long thread. I'm not going to read it, but he was like, "I am deeply and gratefully sorry for those who have heard it in the Jewish community and other communities." And he looks to grow and be better. You know what I mean from it. So now the NBA, and this is where LeBron comes in. The NBA said, "Hey, in order for you to even now come back from your indefinite suspension, you need to have a press conference and say you're sorry."
That's the Nets though, but not the
That's
NBA.
the
Just to
Nets.
be
That's the
clear.
Nets. Yep. Thank you. The net said you got to have a press conference and say it out publicly on camera that you're sorry. You got to go through anti-defamation training, hang out with some Jewish leaders. You got to donate $500,000 to a hate.
Ooh, they try to make an example of that, man.
Boom, there you go. So you said it
Uh,
right. So if one, I made a long written out statement from me that I'm gratefully sorry because you said I should have said the words "I'm sorry" in the press conference, but now you're telling me to do it on camera, and then LeBron comes in behind that. You see what I'm saying? It's like, yo, he did apologize. And he did say he was truly and gratefully sorry. But now everyone's saying, like, no, you got to do it on camera, bro. It's not good enough. Then what's good enough?
so
Like you
yeah, all
said it, they're
right.
making an example, bro. Like, what's good enough?
Yeah. Now, just on the whole LeBron thing, because I did see the statement and I saw, just I'm not completely ignorant to what's going on. I saw the press conference that LeBron did. Now, what I think I didn't see is, was he asked or did he just volunteer this? I don't know, because
Asked,
what I
asked,
saw,
asked
somebody asked him and then he went off on
all
his
day.
Hmm.
speech.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. So, the way I see it, man, somebody asks you a question, you got to answer it. But then also, is Kyrie really his brother? Like, bro,
Mm.
let's remember, it's the same man who left the Cleveland Cavaliers and told Braun nothing and was very unapologetic about it. Now we
Yeah.
know he has since come back and said maybe he could have did it different, but he
And
never
LeBron called
actually
him little bro
apologized.
after that, though.
Yeah, but
Ah, I see where you're going.
but hold on, but he never apologized for it. And even when he's come back and done interviews and said, yeah, maybe I could have done it different, he also said he never reached out to Braun about it. So it's just kind of been like, yeah, I'll talk about it in the media, but I could have done it different, but whatever. Oh well, I'm just moving on. Now, granted, I'm not saying that this keeps LeBron up at night, but when the same man who goes does all that turns around and puts something on Instagram or whatever that can mess up your business and mess up your family, you know what I'm saying, your family business, because you right now
Fair.
you talk about big B's right now with LeBron, and you watching Ye go from a billionaire to a millionaire overnight. I mean, can you blame the man for protecting his bag? I don't know.
But how is that protecting his back when you asking about Kyrie Irving? That's what I'm trying to say with that whole situation. Cool, like LeBron, you can say what you want, man. However, what was the purpose of going into all of the extra? You know what I mean? Like it could have just been something simple like, man, it's a mess. KD, for example, right? KD was like, yo, it is. It's a crazy situation. It's messed up. I hope everyone can heal from that and hopefully we can uh become better or something to that. I'm paraphrasing, but something to that regard. It
Yeah.
didn't go into, yeah, it was wrong. And I want to make it clear that I condemn any type of hate speech. And I can, it's like, we get it, bro. But at the end of the day, man, it's still kicking a fellow black man down when he's already down instead of taking that opportunity like I think what T was trying to say, to educate, like, bro, we gotta move different. Like, you can say, yeah, I condemn hate speech. In that situation, it is it's a messed up situation. I can get how things like that will happen. However, hopefully it's a learning experience and we move on. It doesn't have to be this long as dissertation of
Yeah.
just like, I'm condemning hate speech and I'm doing this and this and this. Is like, bro, it's not about you right now. They're asking you about another person. There was no need to insert yourself in that situation. You know what I mean? That's how I look at it. But, you know, maybe I may be looking at it wrong. I'll have to go back and watch it. But that's how I see
I
it.
mean,
That's how
yeah,
it
I
came
saw it that
across.
way. We both saw it that way.
Yeah. So I guess, but we know what I saw. I saw a man protecting the bag. Now, right or wrong, and I don't know, but my
That's a fair way to look at that, though.
yeah, I just because
It's
here's
a
the
fair way
thing:
to look at
the
that.
difference between Kevin Durant and a LeBron James is a few $100 million.
Hmm.
Like LeBron, we know wants to be bigger than basketball. Like
Hmm.
we know this about him. He wants to be a mogul in every sense of the word, whereas KD just wants to play basketball. This man don't even brush his hair. You know what I'm saying? So like, man, like a peasy out there. But I'm just saying, like,
Pew, pew,
they
pew,
Man, he,
pew.
yep, he about
Shots
to,
fired.
hey, KD about to clap back at you.
But it's the thing. Where am I lying though?
You're not.
That's all I'm saying. Like, KD point, show me the lie and I'll stop. But even so, but the bigger point, I really wasn't trying to take a shot at him, even though it was kind of a shot. What I was really, the bigger point is KD has a different mindset than LeBron. KD doesn't necessarily want to be a mogul. I could see KD retiring, and we don't really hear from much, like a Tim Duncan.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? I could see him just kind of fade into the background. He's done playing basketball. He's good. Whereas LeBron, he's probably going to go the Kobe Bryant route,
Hmm.
rest in peace, as in go into media mogul and businesses and being out there. Like you could tell LeBron, he wants to be liked. He wants to be popular. He wants to be out there. So his statement is going to be different from a KD who has been caught with burner accounts and
Hmm.
don't really care. You know what I'm saying? Like we know he don't really care about people like that the way that
So,
LeBron does.
so,
Fair,
so
fair.
how, but
Opinions, I should say, opinions, not people.
how does that statement though move the needle for him? You know what I mean? Versus just saying, yo, it's a messed up situation. Hopefully they can figure that situation out. And why are you even asking me about Kyrie Irving in the first place, bro? Like
Yeah,
that's where I'm like, I don't know, man. Like,
yeah, I could see that. And so I guess I kind of look at it as my name's LeBron James. Yes, I'm at this press conference after the game or whatever, but I'm also talking to my sponsors.
mhm,
I'm talking to all the people I have endorsement deals with who probably have Jewish people on the board. You know what I'm saying? This message is for y'all. This message ain't really for the NBA or the fans or woo
mhm,
woo. I'm talking to my partners and my sponsors and my all
Hmm.
these people I get money with. This
Constituents.
message, yeah, all my constituents. This message is for you.
yeah.
That's kind of how. Now, mind you, is it right? Is it wrong? Yeah, he probably could have. I do think he
I,
probably could have.
I can hear you landing the plane, bro.
Yeah, he probably could have been a little bit softer on Kyrie,
Hmm.
like you said. Hey, man, he's our I don't condone any of this, but he is my brother. I think he just needs a little help or something. Say something cool instead of throwing completely under the bus. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But actually, I understand it. And then also, again, I cannot ignore the antics because here's my thing, bro. If you do something crazy to me, even if it's 5 years down the road, 7 years down the road, I'm not gonna forget. I might not hold a grudge,
For
but I'm
sure.
not going to forget that you left my team high and dry. You didn't even bother to give me a call or a text. And then when you asked about it, you just shrugged your shoulders and said, so what? Like, that's the same person. So when this same person gets caught up in some shit 5, 6, 7 years down the road, I might not be I might not just jump up at the first opportunity to help that man. I kind of look at the same thing with Delonte West, bro. Call it the petty in me, but if you
Damn,
smash
bro.
my mom, dog, and then you go off and you have issues down the line, I look at that as karma, my guy. Now that's or if the rumors are true. We don't know.
He already,
But
yeah,
bro, I'm gonna tell you,
he already confirmed that happened. Delonte
yeah.
West did, but
So if you
his
knock down my mom, bro,
but his
and I
mom
see you
not
on the street some years later, I'm driving by and laughing at you.
his mom knocked him down though. You know what I mean? She was older. She was the one that she took his draws, bro.
He's a grown man.
She took his draws, man.
Bro. He's a grown man, bro.
But don't
Now,
it take
GTG,
it
mind you,
take two, bro? It take two.
no. So
GTD,
what do
bro.
you think I'm gonna do to my mom, though, T? What am I gonna do to my mom? What am I
Nothing.
gonna
You
do?
can't, bro. So who fault is that?
But no,
G,
But you're missing the point, though. The point
GTD,
the point I'm making is
GTD.
if I
Got the
find out,
draws, dog. She got the draws, dog.
if I find out you smashed my mom, yes, I
Yeah.
might have smoke for my mom. But bruh, you getting way more smoke than my mom. Like I'm gonna have words with her, but she's still my mother. Like at the
Mhm.
end of the day. But you were just a teammate, bruh. You catching the smoke. And then when you down bad some years later, I'm not gonna be rushing to help you. Like I don't understand how anybody understand. I don't not understand that, bro.
Bruh.
Like your mom's, bro. Even if your mom's is wilding, even if your mom's is loose with it, and you know everything about
Oh,
her.
no.
And I'm not talking about LeBron. I don't know LeBron's mom.
Right,
I'm just talking
right.
about in general.
But you know, the last guy she was dating was like his age too.
It
Lambo.
does not matter, bro.
Yeah, bro.
But
You
it
like,
does not matter. I'm gonna tell you. So T, if a coworker, a close because we talking about basketball, we're not even just talking about regular
teammates. Yeah,
coworkers. A teammate smashes your mother, even if you know,
you gonna feel some kind of
let's
way.
let's let's,
Yeah,
let's pretend your mom is all these things that they may say. You're not gonna have no kind of smoke to your teammate,
yeah, bro. You will. I'm not. I'm not. I'm laughing because, bro, you've been killing Delonte West lately, bro.
bro.
But nonetheless,
Yeah.
yeah, I would have some feelings behind it, bro. I'll be lying.
And if you see
Like,
this
what
man
you
is
know, did
strung out on drugs or something, or drinking, or sometime down the line, are you gonna be like, yo? Are you gonna be rushing to help that man?
I wouldn't be
Nah.
rushing, but I would. If I wouldn't be the first person at the door, but if people were like, "Hey, we all coming together to do something," I put in on it.
Not me. I'm like, y'all have fun with
But I
that.
wouldn't be the first person to initiate that conversation because we're human, bro. The flesh is weak. We're
Yeah.
human.
Nah.
What's the godly thing to do?
Ooh.
What's the godly thing?
Ooh.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh.
not God, bro. Hey, I'm Rick Ross. God forgives and I don't.
Hey man, we supposed to be walking in
And his
We
in
shoes.
his
supposed to.
shadow.
In his
Yeah, we
shadow,
supposed
his
to be
spirit.
walking in his shadows every day, bro.
He
So
I
he
think that's
he.
a test I'm gonna fail, bro. Honestly,
hey, we all growing, bro.
We
I'm
all
I'm I'm,
growing,
I'm gonna
bro.
fail that, bro. You cannot smash my mother. You can't do it, bro. Like I'm sorry. Like
No,
there's some
Nah,
things
I'm
I
we
can't
we
come back
with you
from.
on that. We with you on that, bro.
yeah, I'm
We
with you.
with you.
I'm just messing with you, bro.
Yeah, bro.
I'm hot.
Hey, he
And
was ready. You ready to swing on us, bro?
Bro, you cannot smash my mom's, bro. Like, I think it's gonna like, oh,
nah,
help
that
me
ain't
out
cool.
later. No, I'm not helping you do nothing, bro. Like,
So I just want to clarify one thing for all of our listeners.
For sure.
We are definitely not anti-Semitic.
no,
Nope.
We don't support whatever documentary that I haven't seen it. I know DC haven't seen it. T, I think you said you
Man,
saw
I
pieces of
brushed
it.
through it. Pieces, bro. It's too long. One, I'm not gonna watch it because it's too long, bro. Called it ignorant in me,
Yeah.
but it's too long. And one, I do not want to see parts of scenes and all that stuff from like the Holocaust, even slavery. I don't want to see
No,
stuff like that, bro. I
nah,
don't.
I don't either. So yeah, like we support all, and I do mean all individuals, you know what I mean, from like your religious beliefs is your religious beliefs. Even that like I even have a few people that I've interacted with that's
But don't believe in what? Oh, atheists.
atheist. There it
Yeah.
is. That's atheist. I don't know why. I just slipped my mind for a second, but
Hey, man, we're a team.
yeah, yeah. You know, we have. I think the key to any of this is having healthy conversations, man.
There
That's
it
our
is.
biggest problem is we don't address issues with conversations and trying to learn more about the differences in each other. I think that's what you know. small plug, but this is what made Michigan, in my opinion, so great when you start to interact with others, right? Are we segregated in Michigan? 100%, right? Communities within communities is what it's called. So
Hmm.
I didn't have a lot of diverse people in my neighborhood, but once I became an adult and started to interact with people, guess what I did? I asked more questions when I started, you know, messing with Chaldeans and Arabs and Bengali and, Greek. I asked questions to get me a better understanding because I wasn't exposed to that information, you know what I mean? And really that's what it come down to is we can have
All day.
healthy conversations
Yeah.
as a world, a lot more problems will be solved, and I think we'll see a lot less hatred for just nonsense. So
Yeah.
yeah, man,
Open up your ears, have more empathy, and talk it through.
for
Really,
sure,
what it is, bro. Like, I'm with you on that, Rob.
Yeah.
With you on that. I think me and DZ can speak. I guess getting out of the U.S., 16, 17, 18, and seeing a little bit of that kind of opened my eyes. I don't want to speak for you, DC, but that opened my eyes of what diversity can look like as I grew and have conversations and make friends with people from different walks of life. That was my walking book per se.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, having the opportunity to travel the world at a pretty young age has given me a more worldly outlook on life. And what probably my biggest takeaway is we have far more in common than what separates us. I'm
hundred
a firm
percent,
Woo!
believer. Yeah,
Bars. Man, say
hundred
that.
percent.
Repeat that, bro. You know how I am.
yeah, yeah. I mean, we just have far more in common than that separates us. It's like the 6 degrees of separation.
Hmm.
And I'm a firm believer in that. If a person is 360 degrees, we are all the same within 6 degrees. So if
Yep,
I'm at 360, Ron might be at 353, T might be at 354, something like that. But we have so much in common that what separates us is actually pretty minute
yeah,
overall. Yeah,
100%, man. That's accurate, bro. So just one love, bro. Bob Marley said it the best.
that's right.
Yes, sir. So
Everything highly.
that's right. Yeah, man.
Hey, I had a Jamaican accent while I was in Jamaica, bro. So I
Oh
probably
wow, I
wore
bet it
off.
was terrible.
No, I was turned up, bro. I probably embarrassed everybody that was sitting with me. I don't know. I mean, I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know if I embarrassed you, Rob. Rob was probably just laughing his ass off. I know I embarrassed our wives though.
I don't. It take a lot for me to get embarrassed, bro.
See, I knew I. That's why I said I know I wasn't you.
I'm just gonna laugh. It's crazy, bro. Good laughs. But on that note, hey, be confident in yourself. Nobody can make you feel inferior without your permission.
Ooh,
Mm, there you go.
woo! I got chills, bro. I love it, man. Hey, man, this is definitely always another dope episode, man. And hey, man, next week, man, we might talk about our wives, and our wives' antennas just went up. So
Yeah. Oh yeah. Hey, speaking of wives,
context matter though. So we'll talk about it though.
that's right. Hey, one thing I want to say, speaking of wives, the time is going to pass by the time this airs, but I want to wish my wife a happy birthday as we're recording. Today is her
Yeah,
birthday.
happy birthday! It's your birthday month. Turn up. We doing this
Happy
all month. Remember
birthday.
we told you,
Yeah,
just like
yeah,
October, bro. It's your birthday month,
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah. So it's
Mrs.
definitely
Campbell.
Yep, it's definitely Scorpio season. So shout out to my baby. Happy birthday. Love you, baby.
Yeah, happy birthday, happy birthday. Turn
Happy
up, turn up, turn
birthday.
up, turn up, turn up. You know what I'm saying? Hey, with that, man, hey, cue the music.